Welcome back to History Unveiled. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jordan. In our previous episode, we explored Alexander Douglas Home's unique approach to Palestinian rights. Today, we'll examine the role of Harold Wilson during a critical period from 1970 to 1975, where his leadership shaped the dynamics of British politics regarding Israel and Palestine.
Harold Wilson, as leader of the opposition, was a staunch ally of the Israeli government. He was particularly vocal about what he perceived as the conservative government's anti-Israel bias. Can you elaborate on some of the specific complaints he had, Jordan?
Certainly. Wilson criticized the Heath government for allowing Egyptian pilots to train in the UK while restricting American resupply of Israel from British bases. He felt that Israel was being treated unfairly, stating, "We must not ignore the vital interests of our ally." How do you think this rhetoric affected his support within the Labour Party?
It likely solidified his support among pro-Israel factions, but also created tension with more progressive members who were beginning to advocate for Palestinian rights. Wilson's challenge was to suppress this emerging pro-Palestinian sentiment, especially within the Labour Middle East Council.
Exactly. The Labour Middle East Council under Andrew Faulds began advocating for Palestinian rights, culminating in a notable BBC broadcast in 1976 that focused on the right of return for Palestinian refugees. Faulds described it as a significant moment, stating, "This is the first time we've seen such a comprehensive view of the Palestinian plight on mainstream television." What impact do you think this had on public perception?
It was groundbreaking. The broadcast generated significant public interest and support for Palestinian rights, which alarmed pro-Israel factions. The Israeli press even labeled it as the most extremist anti-Israeli program ever shown on Western television. How do you think this backlash illustrates the ongoing struggle between these two narratives?
The backlash was severe. Faulds faced political repercussions for questioning the loyalty of Jewish Labour MPs who supported Israel. Wilson dismissed him from the shadow cabinet, citing concerns about dual loyalty. This decision highlights the complexities of political loyalty and identity. What does this say about the climate within the Labour Party at the time?
It shows a party grappling with internal divisions. While Wilson sought to maintain a pro-Israel stance, the emergence of a pro-Palestinian lobby indicated a shift in grassroots sentiment. This tension would eventually lead to a broader reevaluation of Labour's stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
When Wilson returned to power in 1974, the pro-Israel lobby welcomed him back with relief. His administration aimed to move past the bad days of Douglas Home's policies. However, Wilson's tenure was short-lived, ending in 1975. What were some of the key initiatives he pursued during this time?
Wilson continued to engage with pro-Israel groups and maintained a strong relationship with the Jewish National Fund. His first trip after resigning was to Israel, where he opened Park Britannia, a forest planted over the ruins of Palestinian villages. This act underscored his commitment to Zionism, as it raised ethical questions about the implications for Palestinian rights.
Wilson's legacy in relation to Palestine is complex. On one hand, he was a champion for Israel. On the other, his policies inadvertently sowed the seeds for a more vocal pro-Palestinian movement within Labour. How do you think his actions influenced future Labour leaders, especially those like Jeremy Corbyn?
Wilson's tenure laid the groundwork for a new generation of activists who would challenge the party's pro-Israel stance. The internal conflicts during his time foreshadowed the debates that would erupt in later years, especially as younger members began to advocate for Palestinian rights more openly.
As we reflect on Harold Wilson's impact, it's clear that his leadership was pivotal in shaping the discourse around Israel and Palestine within British politics. His actions reveal the intricate balance politicians must navigate between competing interests.
Absolutely. Wilson's era reminds us that political allegiances are often fluid and can lead to unexpected consequences. How can we draw lessons from this period to inform our current understanding of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict?
Thank you for joining us for this insightful discussion. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of the complexities of British politics during Wilson's time.
See you next time on History Unveiled. We'll continue to explore how historical narratives shape our understanding of contemporary issues.